Hello my friends, that's me, Robbie from accent.ng.com, and I'm bringing you another American English phrase to learn, to memorize, and to add onto your active vocabulary, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm learning American phrases, and currently I'm doing a mission, 50 American phrases in 25 days. And today we're on the phrase number 13. Today's phrase is a running joke. Running joke. It's not your typical phrase, you can't really use it conversationally to start a conversation or to respond with. Your typical phrase would be, it's got wrong written all over it, or she's got a thing for older guys, or he called his friends out on their lies, so he had to confront them. All these phrases, phrasal verbs are your typical phrases, whereas collocation, such as a running joke, is merely two or more words that normally go together in English language, but it doesn't make them less useful. As a matter of fact, they actually make a big part, probably even a bigger part of our language than your typical phrases, because just about any English word collocates with some other word. Here's a typical example. Today, I was at work and my colleague said something about, I forgot what that word was. I truly forgot what it was, but instantly I thought of some other word that goes together with that word in a different context, and it just goes to show the power of associations in our brain. Our language works based on associations. Words associate with each other, forming the so-called collocations, and the running joke is a typical one. Well, it's not very popular collocation. I only heard it, I actually didn't hear it, I read it in fiction that I read. This is the last book in the God series, which is the fiction I currently read. It's dystopian fiction, very interesting, very entertaining, and I bought this book a couple days ago. I started reading it only yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, that's where I'm getting all these phrases from. So basically, I read it, a running joke, but I encountered this particular combination a few times, which made me believe that it's quite a useful addition to my own active vocabulary. So I looked it up, and here's a funny thing, right? Initially, when I read it, I thought that a running joke means an overused joke, a joke that people have used for a long time, and eventually it's not funny at all. It's not hilarious. You may tell that joke to someone, most likely they probably won't even laugh at it, you know what I mean? So I thought the running joke is a joke that nobody actually laughs about. But in reality, what it means, it's a joke. It's something you joke about that occurs on a regular basis. For instance, at work, we have a manager who's quite forgetful. And there's this running joke between me and my colleague, whereby whenever he forgets something and then he comes back to us asking for this or that particular thing, and then he goes back to his department, and then we joke about it. We don't really make fun of him, you know what I mean, because he's our friend, kind of, but it's all very well-natured. It's not ridiculing him or anything, but we just have this running joke about him being forgetful. It's our thing. It's a running joke. So that's what a running joke is all about. And from now on, I will use this collocation in my spoken language whenever I'm at work and we have this thing going on between the two of us, between me and my colleague, where we make jokes about things that occur on a regular basis. I will make the point to use this collocation to describe that joke. I will tell him, well, this is one of those running jokes, isn't it? Or something like that. I'll just make the point to use this collocation in an actual live conversation with another human being, not to undermine the value of self-practice sessions, because that's what I'm doing on a regular basis. I suggest you do the same thing if you're anything serious about your fluency improvement and your accent improvement, because self-practice sessions are invaluable, to be honest with you, my friends. So running joke is a joke. It's something that happens regularly, every day or every couple of days, or whenever you see that person, he's doing that ridiculous thing again. Say, for instance, some person might be laughing in a very funny way, you know, and then you have a running joke between you and someone else where you actually laugh about that person's laugh or something, you know. So I actually do remember a man in my high school. He was a janitor in our school, and when he laughed, he didn't laugh normal way like this. But when he laughed something like this. You're probably laughing now at me, you know, but his laugh was actually even more ridiculous, you know, and we all laughed about it behind his back, you know. So that was a running joke between us guys, you know, whenever it came to a stage where the mere sight of him would make us laugh, because all we could think of is his ridiculous laugh, you know. So that's a running joke, and from now on I'll be using this collocation whenever it's appropriate, whenever a relevant situation presents itself, you know, whenever it's fitting to say, to describe a joke as a running joke. I'll know what to say because I've wired this English collocation into my brain. It's a running joke. And yeah, that's about it. That's all for today's video, my friends. Thanks for watching, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.